Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. GuideDogs.com and GDBinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here are some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie,
We're doing a little testing. Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome to graduation 1030. So, yeah, great round of applause. We have a small but mighty crowd. We are live streaming from our California campus. So hello to all of you who are viewing us from wherever you are across the country and Canada. Happy holiday weekend to all of you. Hope everybody who is watching us remotely is safe and sound. We're having perfect and gorgeous weather here in San Rafael. Not necessarily the case for everybody. So we hope everybody's doing well, hope everybody's safe and enjoying the holiday weekend. I'm Larry Meisner. I am the Chief Philanthropic Officer at Guide Dogs for the Blind. It is always my honor and my pleasure to be part of graduation. This is what it's all about. This is why all of us, all of you, do what we do, to be here and to celebrate the individuals who are celebrating today. We're also celebrating all of you because, as you'll hear me say probably a number of times, it takes this huge community. You've often heard it takes a village to do what we do. So we're here to celebrate everybody. In addition to our graduates of Class 1030, we have Mike, we have Maureen, we have Teresa, and we have Tom. And we have a very special, I should say, and you'll hear more, a lucky canine buddy partnership to celebrate. So these 4 great guide dog teams, a really special canine buddy partnership, and stick around because we're delivering 2 puppies at the end of this graduation. So a lot to celebrate. As I said moments ago, it takes a village. It takes a community. It takes all of us, all of you watching and beyond, to do what we do. So I want to take some time to celebrate and to call out all of these beautiful and wonderful community members. First, let's start with the puppy raisers. Yay, big round of puppy raisers. Well, you know, I always forget to ask this. I'm going to go back a little bit. Is anybody Is this the first graduation for anybody in this room? I think very familiar face. We do have some new, well, of course, Mike. So welcome to the graduation. You're not new to GDB. So welcome. Hope some of you are experiencing the graduation for the first time. So wanted to make sure that the new members are welcome. So back to the puppy raisers. How many puppy raisers are in the room today? A lot. And you'll hear from some of those puppy raisers. We have approximately 3,000 puppy raisers throughout the nine western states, and these individuals are incredible. Again, you'll hear me say we cannot do what we do, not only without the community, but without the puppy raisers. You devote your time and your talent and your treasure and your love and your devotion for more than a year for each puppy. And some puppy raisers have raised dozens of puppies. So it really is extraordinary what you all do. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for those puppy raisers who are watching virtually. We cannot, again, do what we do without all of you. So another round of applause for our amazing puppy raisers. And you will hear from some of the puppy raisers today. I also want to thank our donors. Again, we cannot do what we do. We cannot be here today without the generosity of our donors. You've heard, those who are new to us, that Guide Dogs for the Blind does not receive any government funding. We rely solely on private donations. So therefore, the generosity of all of you is what brings us here today. What allows Guide Dogs for the Blind to provide our programs and services at no cost to our clients. We provide a lifetime of support, and this includes veterinary financial assistance as needed. So we never want finances to be a barrier for an individual to have the guide dog lifestyle at Guide Dogs for the Blind. So thank you to all of the donors who make that possible. So a round of applause for the donors. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to some special donors. All the donors are special, but some donors who are special specifically to this particular graduation. So we have a lifetime sponsorship by the Klein family of San Rafael. Lynn and Don, I hope you're watching. They couldn't be here today, and they're sponsoring Teresa Stern and Rocio. So lifetime sponsorship to Teresa Stern and Rocio. We also have a team sponsorship by the Dr. Scholl Foundation of Northbrook, Illinois, sponsoring Maureen Reed and Vector. So an interesting little tidbit about Maureen and Vector and the Dr. Scholl Foundation, and Maureen, correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but so you just heard that they're sponsoring Maureen and Vector today. In 2016, the Dr. Scholl Foundation also sponsored Maureen and her previous guide dog, correct? Yeah. So they've been involved since 1999, so congratulations. And always it's a pleasure of mine to share Lillian Tremoroli, who we saw recently. You may be watching Lillian. Lillian Tremoroli has donated one harness for every graduating class throughout the calendar year 2025. Wow. So, huge supporter. So thank you, Lillian. If you're watching, we hope you're watching. So in addition to the puppy raising volunteers, we have another large contingent of volunteers who aren't puppy raisers. About 1,000 volunteers who help us do everything. Again, we can't do it without our volunteers. They're volunteers on campus, off campus, breeder custodians, foster care volunteers, people help in the admin building, here in the residence, Steve and Larry and Jerry, so many people are here today helping us as volunteers. So thank you all for the volunteer work. A round of applause for our volunteers. And to our fabulous staff, another critical part of this enormous and wonderful village and community. We have approximately 300 staff between the California campus, Oregon campus, and we have remote staff. These individuals are extraordinary. There are a lot of moving parts. For those who know Guide Dogs for the Blind, I think we have a very familiar audience here. It takes a lot to get here today. And these incredible individuals, many of whom are here, and I hope some are watching, are so smart and so great at what they do and have devoted so many years that we cannot, again, do it without all of you. So thank you all to the huge and wonderful staff we have here at GDB. I want to go off on a little bit of a tangent about staff, because one of our graduates, all 4 graduates, are fabulous and wonderful and very special. We have one particular graduate, I mentioned earlier by sponsorship, Teresa Stern. Speaking of fabulous staff, Teresa Stern has been a staff member, I think you started in 1999, Teresa, when you were just a mere child. Practically out of preschool, you were one of those child prodigies that started at a very young age. Teresa has devoted decades of her professional life to Guide Dogs for the Blind. She retired a couple years ago, but she is still very actively involved. She retired from a VP position. She was part of the executive team, contributing so much. Teresa, you are loved, you are adored, you are respected. This is one smart, very funny, great person with the microphone and on stage. She hosts many events. It's great to have you here. It's great to celebrate you. So congratulations to Teresa. So again, it's going to be an exciting day. I am now going to introduce a video that we will share with you. Before I do so, for those who may be new, watching virtually, the video is going to involve a closed captions. We are going to have a narrator and then a second voice who is depicting what is on the screen, describing what is depicted on the screen. These inclusive features are so that everyone can enjoy the video. Okay, so let's roll the video.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically. Because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
Thank you for those applause. Yeah, it's a great video that depicts our 3 core programs. So I mentioned before the video our fabulous staff. I now have the honor to introduce the instructional team for class 1030. So I'd like to introduce Kate Doherty, qualified guide dog mobility instructor. Priscilla Blanco, qualified guide dog mobility instructor. Carlos Gutierrez, apprentice guide dog mobility instructor. And Emily Courage, who is the class supervisor. This is an extraordinary team, and I am going to hand the mic off to Priscilla to present the Canine Buddy team, right?
Great. Thank you. All right, so our Canine Buddy program, GDB's Canine Buddy program matches specifically selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired, including children ages of 5 and above, and adults of all ages. Canine Buddy dogs are not service dogs, but they're wonderful companions that bring joy and a connection to our GDB community. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to the same level of service as our guide dog team, so that's wonderful. All right, it's my pleasure to present on the screen Chakath, who goes by Lucky, and his Canine Buddy Proper. So in the photo, Lucky stands in a living room holding Proper's leash, who is in a sit. Proper is wearing her blue Canine Buddy scarf. Proper was raised by Alec Piscatota, and I have a little note from the raiser. So I want to extend my deepest thanks to Guide Dogs for the Blind for the incredible opportunity to be part of Proper's journey. During her time with us, Proper achieved so much and showed what a remarkable and capable dog she has become. Proper will go on to be a wonderful canine buddy. We're excited to see all the great things ahead for her. Proper will go on to contribute to sensory development, motivate learning, and enhance self-esteem. A special thank you to Guide Dogs for the Blind, Southlake, Texas, and Nancy Palva-Vinci for their continued support and guidance. It truly has made a difference. I want to wish everyone a safe and joyful Independence Day weekend, and I hope people can keep making a difference, one pup at a time. There's a few more photos on the screen. So there's 2 photos of Proper as a young puppy wearing her green puppy jacket. And the first, Proper is being held by Raiser Alex outside on a sunny day. The second photo shows Proper sitting on a sidewalk in front of a small lawn American flags. All right, so congratulations again to Lucky and Proper. All right, next I'll be having Carlos join the stage. He will be introducing our graduating guide dog teams.
Thank you, Priscilla. Like Priscilla said, I have the pleasure of introducing our graduates for class 1030. As some of you guys may know, our guide dog program is a 2-week program where our clients are matched with dogs that are compatible with their lifestyle and enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in residence, like this one, or in home. So first up, we have Mike Barnett. He is coming from Longmont, Colorado, receiving Hank, a male yellow Labrador Retriever, raised by Karen Weaver of Loomis, California. Hank is Mike's first guide from GDB. Mike will be working his guide back home and going on walks to an outstanding view of the Continental Divide. Mike is a world-class fly fisherman who travels to destinations all over the world to target specific fish. One fun thing about this is that Mike does not eat fish. He just does it all for the photo.
Woohoo! Wow. How can I follow any of that? You know, if I was to put what happened in one word, Maureen, you're right. Maureen says, I got you pegged as the guy that's going to cry the most. And why not? Mom and I would cry watching Flipper. So this is going to be tough. But what happens here, in one word, love. Love. They're trying to support me. It's just amazing. What happens here is amazing. Carlos is right. I traveled the world fly fishing. I pick a species and I go for it. I've been to Guatemala. I caught a record sailfish on a fly rod, 215 pounds. Yeah, wow. I've been catching 60-pound fish all day long, and this monster came out of the water. I've been to Slovenia for the marble trout. I've been to the Seychelles for the yellow permit. Enough about me. Carlos, what do you think about me?
You're wonderful.
So a little bit about this place. Everybody's been introduced sort of in generality. And I'm going to kind of keep it that way too. Because if I had to name everybody that touched my heart, I wouldn't get through it. Love. Love. What can I say? These people reach deep. I think they're hired based on the size of their heart. Larry, I got to pull you up here. I know it's out of character. I know I'm breaking rules, but these guys have probably told you I already break rules.
Okay, that's
all right. I mean, they're brave handing me a microphone, first of all. So Larry, what you do is awesome. Thank you. Because this place needs you. And what you do. Because this place is about donations. I'm going to go out and do my best to raise money. I went to the gift shop. I bought every hat that had every hat, especially those that had Braille, because I'm going to give it to people I don't know. Let them start a conversation, because from conversation comes donation. And I want to help do that. Larry?
Oh, my God.
And Hank and I, please accept this check on behalf of everybody.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you very much. It's incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos.
Of course.
It's all yours. Come on, Hank.
No.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
My turn. My turn.
Oh, my God. This is where it started. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It's okay.
I didn't have anything written down.
I do.
I know. I can barely see it.
Well, good afternoon, and I'd like to give you this donation for Hank's harness.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'm so happy to be here today to meet Mike and to see Hank once again. I want to thank Guide Dogs for the Blind for allowing me the opportunity to raise Hank. He was my 8th guide dog puppy, and I was truly honored to have him in my life. I'd also like to thank my club leader, April Elias, and co-leader, Tammy McCrary, and all the other club members at Auburn for helping me raise Hank. And trust me, if I did something wrong, they let me know. And for those that have never been to a graduation, graduations are a rite of passage. They symbolize the beginnings of new and exciting adventures ahead. There are tears of joy and tears of sadness during these ceremonies. Tears of joys for new friends made, accomplishments realized, and anticipation of what is to come. As puppy raisers, we are often asked, isn't it hard to give them up? Well, yes, of course it's hard. But as puppy raisers, we know our partnership is for a limited time, and their next journey will be full of adventures, and they will be loved. Sometimes you hear comments like, oh, it's a puppy in training to be a service dog. While the ultimate goal is for the puppies to become guides, while they are with us, they have already begun to give of themselves and provide a service. They demonstrate what true love is, show us joy with their silly puppy antics, and teach us patience. For example, when you're trying to pick up their toys and put them away and they're right there pulling them back out and making a mess again. Or when you're wiping the nose prints off the patio window and they're right there beside you putting those prints back up there. They comfort us through sad times and share in our happy times. They're not even aware of what they do for us. They ask for nothing in return but a pat on the head, a piece of kibble, or some ice. On one of the first graduations I attended, one of the handlers said when he got his cane, he got wings, but when he got his dog, he soared. That had a tremendous impact on me. And now when people say, isn't it hard to give him up? I tell them yes. and I recite the words administered by a gentleman who couldn't have said it better. Mike, I want you to know that Hank is always a happy boy. He enjoys going to movies, baseball games, grocery stores, doctor appointments, wherever you want to take him, he'll be there for you. He didn't mind where he was going. It was all just an adventure to him. He's never been bothered by loud noises, large crowds, or barking dogs. He's quite the cuddler, and absolutely, I've had dogs that didn't like this so much, but Hank actually loves to have his ears cleaned. And he will actually lean into you, and yeah.
You missed the spot.
Yeah. So he will insist that you become his personal Nyla bone holder anytime you sit down. And his favorite game is tug of war. And we had this discussion in the back room, and I did warn Mike that if he's sitting there and Hank wants to play tug of war, don't let him run this direction, because your arm is not supposed to bend that way. So, but no matter, anytime, he will win the game. Mike, I wish you and Hank many, many happy adventures as you walk side by side through life's journey. Congratulations. We're going to go back this way. Behind us. I got to get this dog out.
Thank you. Got the dog in the way?
Perfect. That was awesome. Next up, we have Tom Jones. Tom is coming from Phoenix, Arizona, receiving Bramble, male yellow Labrador retriever, raised by Kayla Cruz of Houston, Texas. Bramble is Tom's third guide. Tom is looking forward to introducing Bramble to his wife, Betsy, and his daughters, Missy and Heather, and retired guide, Totem. He can't wait for all his grandkids at Mentor Kids USA to meet Bramble as well. They will be spending all their summers in Forest Lakes, Arizona, where the weather is a lot cooler.
Thank you.
Mike?
I just can't thank you enough for, well, let me start this way. I thank my Lord Jesus Christ for getting me here, for seeing us through the couple of weeks, through meeting so many wonderful people. From the moment that we were first given the opportunity online to contact the support center, we were greeted warmly, and we were kept abreast of how soon it was going to be, and given a strong hope that we were going to get together with Bramble, or what we call Brammy these days. And Brammy has been just perfect for me. He watches out for the upcoming curves, the down curves. When he goes off of our line of travel, he returns to our straight line of travel, and he's had a reason to go around that obstacle pole or a sandwich sign or whatnot. He always returns to that point of travel. He is so smart. We did a traffic check, and we're told, and I'm by our great trainer Priscilla, who is just a star, and just none better that I've ever had here, and is the star. Is that you let the dog lead off of a curb. You let the dog lead, or you can wind up in trouble. So we're standing at a curb. I tell Bremy, go hop up, forward. He goes nowhere. He wants to go nowhere. So, Bremy, sit. Good boy. So, he doesn't go. And fortunately, I had listened to Priscilla and it didn't go because Emily had a car there. She had made her right turn or whatever, and suddenly the green light for me was also the green light for this intrusive car, and it would have run us both over. But Bremy said, no, we can't go here yet. And so I was listening to him. I have complete trust in him. We do get to work with a lot of kids and a lot of young adults and a lot of senior adults, and he is just one of those dogs that is warm and soft to be around. And I just, from, our chefs here, there's 4 of them. There's 3 wonderful people in housekeeping. There are 3 great nurses. The only one veterinarian that I've met has been just super through the last dogs. I'm going to have to go home to my darling wife of 47 years, and she does a job. Here I've had 6 people doing 6 different jobs. Betsy does all those jobs, and so I'm going to try and do better. And I'm looking forward to coming home tomorrow night, honey.
I want to start off by saying thank you to our Lord Jesus as well for giving us this great opportunity for us to all be here today. I do want to also say thank you to this great organization who has helped many people throughout the many years that it has been in operation, to the CEOs, to the people who organize these events, all of the raisers and all of the leaders that are within those clubs. Thank you to everyone who has made this possible as well. Walking in today, I was a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect, this being my first graduation, to be able to attend, and my first guide dog as well that I was able to raise. I had no idea what to expect, but just being here today, just as Mike said, you can feel the love. You can feel and you can see it on everybody's faces, and it's just so impactful to be here today. And meeting Tom as well, this was so... I can't even put it into words. I don't have a word to really explain how wonderful this experience has been for me. And I thank everyone who has made this, again, possible. To my leaders, Skylar and Kathleen, thank you so much for this opportunity and for trusting me as well to be able to be a part of this great organization. To all of my friends and family who have been able to make this possible as well, thank you. And to Tom, Bramble is a great dog, and I can only hope that he is there with you whenever you are sad, whenever you are happy, and that he is there with you whenever you need it, especially. And I hope that he is there with you and that he offers endless amount of support for you whenever you need it, and he's there with you at night, being able to play tug of war with you, being able to lead you to all of these coffee shops, being able to get ice from you whenever he hears the ice machine go off. It's all I can ever hope for Tom, and it is so rewarding to be here today and being able to see how I got Bramble as a puppy and seeing him now as a mature guide dog. It's so amazing, and thank you again for everyone who has made this possible.
Perfect. All right, next up, let's welcome Maureen Reed. She is coming to us from Chicago, Illinois, receiving Vector, a male black Labrador retriever raised by Bernard and Sharon Buteau of Poway, California. Vector is Maureen's 4th guide dog from GDB, who shares a previous family pet's name. Maureen works as a job placement counselor and scholarship coordinator at the Chicago Lighthouse. She and her husband, Tom, will continue to travel and plan to take Vector on almost one trip per month over the next 7 months. They will be visiting family, friends, and some cultural experiences as well. Maureen looks forward to a long career with Vector.
Thank you. Yep. All right, let's make it so that I don't choke him. So I'm not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry, not gonna cry. I am so grateful to be here. And as we've all said, there's so many people that work to get us to this point. My journey coming to get Vector began with, meeting on my front porch with Lauren Ross, trying to decide if Gaston was ready to retire. And we kept him out there for 2 hours, and he was so done with us. And then we decided to go out for a little walk, and he got to the end of my block, got kitty corner, and then stopped. He had never done that before, and he basically made sure I knew he was done. So we went back to the porch, after we finished our route, and talked, and I said, well, the only requirement I have is that he's a black lab, because it's Chicago and you wear black coats and la la la. And so she said, well, don't you have anything else that you want to add to that? And I said, I'm good with black dog. That's it. I trust you guys. And then we added the preferences. So, I could tell you the list, but basically it meant that I asked for the perfect dog. No biting, no jumping, no barking, la la, all those things. And so, thank you, Sharon. You gave me the perfect dog. I have been told that he is a favorite amongst the trainers and Sharon. Okay, everybody. He's going to go back with me and make an impression, of course, at the Chicago Lighthouse. I am grateful for all the support that my family has given me through the years. My sister is here with me today. My grandparents came to my first graduation in January of '99. My sister came for Promises graduation. My parents were here last time for Gaston's graduation, so I've always had amazing family support. And I'm so grateful for that because they get me through this. I have my Windy City Alumni chapter that I want to give a shout out to because I know they're watching and I love them. We as a team also want to recognize that along the way we had Jonah with us, and we were sad that he wasn't able to continue, but he made a huge, brave decision that he had to do, and so I just want to recognize Jonah for that. Kate has been amazing. I am grateful that I got her all to myself. And she lists all my stories in the car because I'm chock full of them. And Sharon, I got told that Vector is her son's spirit animal, so I stole Devin's spirit animal. Sorry, but I win. And just, I know that you've raised so many puppies, and I'm grateful to have received one of them. Thank you, Bernie, who's also here with us. And so try not to cry. Just so much to say. So, Sharon, I will let you, can I hug you? Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I just wanted to say how wonderful it's been to meet you, get to know you. On our first phone call on Wednesday night, we spent an hour and 45 minutes talking, got off the phone close to 10 p.m., only because she had things to do in the morning. I think we could have kept talking. Vector is an amazing match for you. I couldn't ask for anybody better. You're amazing. So even though my son wants him back, you do win. You're a better choice. He's going to do amazing things with you, and you for him as well. I can already see that you love him, and he looks up at you with those hearts in his eyes, maybe for the kibble a little bit, but he loved you too. I want to thank my husband. Without your support, we wouldn't be raising puppies. Vector is number 12 for our family. So. Not all of them have graduated. We have at least one at home, helping us raise the new ones that come through. My co-leader, Diana Delgadillo, and her husband, Richard, have been an amazing support for our family. And I want to thank our club for their support. We have a lot of puppy sitters who he was a favorite with. So all of the puppy sitters who are watching, thank you for taking our boy. I wish you many years with Vector, but if it doesn't work out, he can always come home. Take care.
One more thing. So I want to follow up Tom and recognize that I'm going home to my husband, Tom, who I really want to thank him the most of all because I love him and he loves me and he's going to pick us up at the airport. And I cannot leave him out.
I feel like picking you up at the airport, that's like really true love right there. All right, now we're going to welcome our wonderful Theresa Stern. She is from Novato, California, receiving Rocio, a female black Labrador retriever, raised by Claire Julie Fawcett and Lori Vitt of Vacaville, California. Rocio is Theresa's 5th guide dog. Teresa is excited for a future of grand adventures with Rocio by her side. Wills, her retired guide, and Skywalker, her breeder dog, are looking forward to meeting their new partner in mischief.
Wow, we made it. I just want to say we made it to our class. What a great class, 1030, awesome. You guys were awesome to go through this 2 weeks with. Carlos, I want to thank you. And you can see that Carlos was who trained Rocio, and that's why she's trying to climb into his pocket right now. Gosh, Guide Dogs for the Blind has just been an amazing presence in my life for so many years. I was lucky enough to have an amazing career here and still to be able to pop in and do stuff when I'm around, and so I thank them for that. I thank them for the 5 amazing guide dogs that have changed my life, and also they kind of hooked me up with my husband Craig. So mostly I thank them for that most days. I also want to recognize some other people that are here today. My friend Christy, who came all the way from Arizona, and of course my past guide dog Wills. His puppy raisers came from Dallas to be here today. So I think that's just a testament for how amazing this organization is. It brings together so many people, and my heart just gets bigger every different interaction I have with Guide Dogs for the Blind, because it just adds more and more people to it that we'll talk about in a minute. The instructional staff were amazing, as just like so good. You guys are so good. You really put up with me and really gave me the confidence and the courage to trust a new little guide dog who is really interested in something on the floor right now. And thank you for that. Thank you for helping me move on to a new dog and really transfer some trust to her. Rocio, sit. Good girl. I also want to thank the Klein family from San Rafael who are sponsoring me. They sponsored many, many teams over the years. And I think, as it's been said before, all the people who donate here, either their time or their talent or their treasure, you know, you're not just changing lives, you're actually giving people a life. So by having Rocio in my life, I've been given freedom, and freedom to me is really the definition of life and being able to live my life the way I want it to be. So thank you. I also want to thank the resident staff, nursing, RAs, all the chefs. Kind of want to thank them, kind of also don't want to thank them because I have to go on a diet tomorrow. And Rocio, sit. Good girl. Oh my gosh. So I also, and the RAs, everybody's been great. So a little bit about Rocio. So as you've noticed, Rocio is a busy, busy girl. Which I love. She's so much fun. In class, we were with 3 big boy Labradors, and she was the only girl. And if, for those of you who can tell, Rocio, sit. Okay, down. Okay, there we go. For those of you who could tell, the boys are all like sprawled out and passed out on the ground, and Rocio's looking around, where are we going? So I have decided to name her Ready to Go Rocio, because she really wants to go do something. And so anyway, so she's been just really a delight. And I really, really, really want to thank the puppy raisers, Claire and Lori, you guys, and Claire's family for raising this amazing puppy. She's just full of love and mischief and adventure. And what you do is probably the most selfless thing anyone could do. And that kindness that you have, an ability to share something that you love so much with me is just, it's an amazing gift. So you've given me the gift of confidence and freedom and a new BFF and a new girl in my household, so maybe somebody will go shopping with me. All right, I'll hand it over now to Claire.
Yeah, she's gone shopping a lot. I mean, I have 3 other sisters, so yeah. But Rocio, she's a very sweet girl. I mean, the first time we got her, like, she was basically perfect. I mean, just but yeah, I think like with your personality and Rocio's personality really goes good together, and you should be proud that you have a good dog.
Thank you.
You know, I was thinking about it when Claire received the dog. I wasn't able to do it that night, but she was received in a mall, if that's anything. So she's ready to go. And we did a lot of our walks and our checkouts in there, so she knows the malls really good. But she was an amazing puppy to raise. She, you know, from the moment that we got her, she was ready to go, and she was doing her thing. She was really easy to train. Claire and I worked together. She is a student at the school that I teach at, and so we worked it together in order for her to be in classrooms, to go from classroom to classroom, and be around all the different distractions. And she did amazing. She's gone through fire drills and parades and concerts. You know, that's a lot of stuff that the dogs don't normally get, and she was just fabulous with it. And I know just watching you guys today that you're going to have some fun with her.
Yeah, totally.
I can't wait to hear the experience and the stories that will, you know, take her on her way. And I've been raising dogs since 1999. It turns out my brother-in-law, which you started in that area just around that same time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've watched him, and when my daughter went to the first graduation for her uncle, she talked me into, yeah, Mom, let's raise a guide dog. And so we did it all through her until she went to high school and she went to college, and I kind of kept going. And then now she's back again, and we have a guide dog, Florella, that we're going to raise again together. So it all comes around, and I agree with what you said. It's a big family. and our family keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just a wonderful organization. And I really appreciate what they do for the handlers, but I appreciate what they do as puppy raisers. We get trained very well. And that's something that a lot of the organizations that I've known at other times, I think we really get good training. And Rosio was the one that the training is now just a little bit different. You know, I've been around here for a while, so now we can do different things. And so she was our test case. And I guess we did pretty well. So the new training works. So I wish you all the luck and love with that dog, and keep us in mind. We'll puppy sit for you anytime. Awesome.
This was a wonderful class. I would like to give another round of applause for our graduating class of 1030. I will now hand it off to Kate, Marissa, and her guide dog Jim for a training demonstration.
Hello. Get set up here. Okay, hello everybody.
Hi.
So I'm going to be doing a back chaining demonstration along with Marissa and her guide dog Jim. So during training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through the use of a clicker, which marks a behavior that we want the dog to repeat. The clicker makes communication consistent and timely, which is better than just praise or food alone. We start by pairing food with the sound of a click, which normally takes less than 5 minutes. Once the dog understands that the click means food, we can then pair the click with the desired behavior. And these are labs, so they pick it up really quick if there's food involved. For example, when they're doing something like stopping for a curb or going into a down position and they get a click, they think food. And they're more likely to want to do these behaviors again in anticipation of getting that food reward. So now I'd like to invite Marissa and her guide dog Jim up, and they're gonna demonstrate how targeting behavior is done with the clients. This is going to be the back chain method. So we're going to start at the end goal and slowly, link by link, increase the distance from the target. So the first thing we're going to start with is Marissa's going to teach him a hand target. So as soon as she feels his nose touch her hand, she's going to click and he's going to get a food reward. And so she's going to do that a couple times just so he gets the game a little bit. There we go. And then once he's got that part, then she's going to put the hand target, her fist, on the chair. And then he's going to target that chair. And then we're going to kind of create a little bit of space. So she's going to take a step back, place her hand on that chair again, and he's going to target it. Then we're going to do it again. She's going to take another step back, and then she's going to repeat that step. And we're kind of allowing the dog to start moving towards the chair on their own and kind of creating that target. Now we're going to take a few steps back. And now, since he's been targeting it pretty readily, we're going to move on to the next step, and she's going to pick up that harness handle and let him take her over to the chair. Exactly, nice job. So now we're going to take even more steps back. And now that he's kind of got what we're targeting here, now we're going to name it. So once she picks up that handle, she's going to give him the chair cue. Nice. And she's clicking and giving him that food reward, so he's more likely to create that target again. So now the final goal for Jim is to work farther distance. So Jim is now going to work from the lobby doors, returning to the stage to find this chair. Do you think they can do it? Yeah. Yeah, right. There you go. This simple targeting technique can be widely used in a client's home area. They can apply this training technique to teach their dogs how to target all kinds of things, such as ATM machines, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, bus stops, etc. Thank you so much, Marissa and Jim. Right. Now I'm gonna pass it back over to Larry.
Thanks, Kate. It's puppy delivery time. Puppy delivery time. I would like to invite Kayla Cruz and Emmanuel Cruz to the stage. So, have you been part of the name game when you got your puppy Bramble? Did you?
No.
Okay, so we have a ritual here. And we're going to play the name game, and we'll provide clues, and you guess the name first, and then if you can't, we'll let the studio audience contribute. But first, you're actually not raising the puppies. You're taking 2 puppies back with you. But curious, what got you started puppy raising? Because Bramble, you said, was your first puppy. What got you started? What inspired you to be a puppy raiser?
So I had originally wanted to do something for a community, and I wanted to kind of focus on doing what I love doing, which is working with animals. So one of my ag teachers actually was able to get me this. I didn't know what it was at the time. I was very confused because I was like, oh, well, it's training, but what am I training them for? And so from there, we ended up exploring more of the organization, and we found out that it was training puppies and then giving them up to the California or Oregon campus. And from there, they would be able to get more training on top of that and be able to be paired up with a client. And then they would be with them for the rest of their lives, helping them in whatever situation that they would need. And I really, really loved that idea. I wanted to help as many people as I can, and hopefully I can train more dogs and be able to help as many people as I can. So that's kind of what got me started in raising guide dogs.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take you on the road as a spokesperson. And Emmanuel, have you been involved in the puppy raising of Bramble, or?
Just a little bit.
A little bit?
Yes.
And do you know the puppy raisers to whom you're taking these puppies? Are you part of the Houston Club?
Yes, with the Houston Club.
Okay. So let me bring out the puppies after the name is guessed.
Yes,
okay. So these 2 puppies are brothers. Okay, so they're litter mates. The mom is Apricot, and the dad is Flanagan. So I'm not quite sure if people know any of the family. This is an L litter. This begins with the letter L. So here's the clue. A name of French origin, meaning the king.
Do you know?
I have another clue in case, is anything popping into mind? An L litter. Okay, let me give you the other clue as well. A former USA Olympic track athlete who set the world record for the 100-meter sprint twice and coached at the University of Houston for 23 years. So it's a Texas reference. An L litter, and it's a male. Yellow lab. Anybody have an idea? Leroy! Leroy, welcome. Let's bring in Leroy. Oh, Leroy. So now the second puppy. Again, brother of Leroy. A nickname for the state of Texas.
Lone Star?
Lone Star! Bring in, welcome, Lone Star. So Lone Star, if you're watching, Lone Star will be raised by Allison Helwig and Benjamin Miller, and Leroy is going to be raised by Sandy Meisner. No relationship, but I remember that name very easily. So stay up here if you can, if they're not too heavy, while we close out. So this is graduation. We are at the conclusion of graduation, celebrating class 1030. So again, congratulations, Mike, Tom, Maureen, and Teresa. Congratulations. And again, to Lucky, the Canine Buddy partner. For those of you who have joined us via live stream, thank you for doing so. If anybody is interested in volunteering, becoming a puppy raiser, joining our staff, or if anybody knows anybody who would benefit from our programs and services, please visit our website at guidedogs.com. If anybody is inspired to make a donation, you could do so in a number of ways. You can also visit guidedogs.com. You can text the word partnerships to 50155. You can scan the QR code at the sign on your programs. So please and thank you for that. Again, for those who are joining us in the live stream, thank you. This concludes your portion. For those who are here in person with us, please enjoy refreshments in the Fireside Lounge from our fabulous, fantastic kitchen staff that you heard all about. And also, the gift shop is open at the top of campus at the Visitor and Volunteer Center. Again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you all for being here and spending your holiday weekend with us. Thanks to the puppy wagers, the volunteers, the staff. Congratulations. Goodbye.